So basically, Steve and Steven have rebranded to Goontopia, and it may not go over well with some fans.
The expression is gooning, Gooning.
It's called gooning, and the left wants to ban it completely.
Listen, here's the thing. I love gooning. So get up, dust off, goon.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, everybody? I'm Steven.
And I'm Steve.
And it's going to be a great episode. And you know why it's going to be a great episode today?
Why?
Because we did this episode yesterday and the file didn't save.
SD card! Yep, this is round 2. You've always lived a chance in your life, and you're like, man, I wish I could go back and do that again.
Mm-hmm. More like SD tard.
Yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah. And,
But the biggest news of the day, we just get right into it.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson passed away.
Mm-hmm. That's actually why we had to re-record, because we recorded it yesterday before he died.
Yeah.
But it's such a big story, near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm going to show my lack of knowledge here, but was he the bus driver or the police chief, the fat police officer with the blue hair? O.J. Simpson.
I know you're doing a bit right now, and it's going over right over my head.
Was he?
I'm going full Dave Portnoy.
Or was he the guy who ran the Quickie Mart?
No, he's the guy that says the rent is too damn high.
Okay.
That's my poll every time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Every black man once said.
Mm-hmm.
They probably did.
I didn't even get the joke. That's
The Simpsons,
bad.
a Simpsons character.
The juice is loose, but not anymore. So what, was he guilty? You know what? The worst part of this is that there's going to be like new O.J. Simpson documentaries again. It's just like the wave of every 3 years has just been sped up another half year.
And I haven't even seen the first. I don't even know.
No, because remember they made the one with Ross from Friends, and he was a giraffe, but he also was O.J.'s lawyer.
What?
That was my Madagascar reference.
Oh, do they reference O.J. in that movie?
No.
Oh.
Ross played Kim Kardashian's dad, who was O.J.'s lawyer.
Oh, there's like a dramatization? Okay. I thought there were like... I remember the documentary, but I do not remember.
I mean, but there's been like 5 of them in the last 10 years. So we're going to get more. That's the worst part of this.
You know what I'm going to say right now, knowing so little about it? I'm going to say he didn't do it because... if he did do it, there would not need to be 5,000 documentaries about it asking the question. It should be pretty cut and dry if he did it. Mm-hmm. That's my 2 cents.
And that's from you haven't seen any of the documentaries?
Yes.
Though. Okay.
Correct. And I don't even know was he a golfer? He was
that's what he was best known for, was being a golfer. Are you guys serious? You thought he was a golfer?
2 guys don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
This should be called Confused and Confuser because you guys thought O.J. Simpson was a golfer.
The one guy who said he was a golfer, I mean...
No, I know. He's the Simpsons character. It's in the name.
Yeah.
Hell of a running back, though. That'd be the Shane Gillis bit to do there. He would go, a hell of a running back, though, right? I mean, if you see O.J. play, I mean, sure, he killed his wife, but he could run the football. She could run the football. Yeah.
I mean... I can't convey this face.
You're doing sort of a retarded face.
His Down
right
syndrome, like looking down around the mic, like there's candy.
If you could see it, you'd believe it.
Yeah. Who else? Dude, you want to know what I think about O.J. Simpson dying? It's fucking sad, man. He was a great guy. I knew him. He knew my wife. They had sex in front of me.
OJ was like notorious. Actually, this is what you maybe could find on YouTube. Is OJ, wasn't there like every time he would show up in media, he would joke about committing the murder?
Yeah, I did see a clip of that Simpsons. OJ Simpson joking.
Once I see it, it'll come back to me. Oh, when he was doing this interview.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Very nice meeting you. Huh?
Does that hurt your feelings?
No. And you got me riled up. You got me started.
After we finished filming, O.J. said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't.
I think it was his idea of a joke.
Nope.
And this is it.
Is this real? Yeah. Yeah, that rules.
All right, that look after he did the fucking stab, that is so funny.
It was his idea of a joke.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
Yeah. I mean, that is an innocent man if I've ever seen one.
Because it's like, everybody's calling you a murderer. What do? You pretend to be a murderer. That's exactly what I would do.
I almost feel like, that's like an innocent... A guilty man would not do this, right? I don't know.
That face in 144.
Do. Oh, that's what I would
The
need. His eyes. Yeah, there we go.
What's that thing though, where you look at somebody's eyes and it's like if you can see the above their eye, you know, the white above their eye, but not below it, that means they're like a sociopath. So that could be at play here.
Yeah, or is that just the camera angle? Because he kind of moves his head in.
Maybe, but I just wanted to go with the.
I thought that meant he was gay. Above the lids, which because it's like he opens his eyelids because he's opening his ace to the men.
Damn, he would totally murder you if you
look at him. He's giving head right now. So,
damn.
Beautiful clip. Beautiful. So yeah, rest in peace, OJ. He had cancer. I didn't know he had cancer. I thought it was a Taurus. Me, myself, personally. Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Here's Eric Butts. We've got 2 Erics we're going to cover today. So we're going to talk about Eric Butts. You were watching this.
Yep, and this explains why he has not uploaded what? What are we looking for again?
His Joker 2 reaction.
Right, his Joker 2 reaction.
We need that reaction, Eric.
I know, but it's because it was his birthday,
Okay.
April 10th. I should have known.
Yeah.
And of course, WrestleMania 40. Yep, 40 XL.
Mm-hmm. So should I just kind of go? Where does he?
Yeah, the birthday dinner's good. He
That's his wife.
tries his wife's food immediately.
Let's try that. So we get to see Eric's dad.
Yeah, this is the nice reveal.
Awesome.
This is the reveal of his father. He's never been seen before in any of his videos.
That's a hard thing to bite into.
I wasn't really biting that hard.
So this is real riveting stuff.
Yeah. Should I just skip around till I see? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's his dad?
No,
that's his dad. I was like, dude, no.
It's just Bill Walton. He's a hippie.
It's my favorite shot.
I mean,
that I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Does he work there?
And congrats still on that, by the way. But yeah, just the liquor itself is delicious on its own. But yeah, I do not understand the science
His dad
of
does
it.
look
That
like
is
him.
awesome, and I appreciate it, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of that.
It's just fucking making out with a lemon.
He kind of looks like Theo Vaughn.
1 part Frangelico, 1 part vodka.
Who?
And
This guy.
And a sugared lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Chill it over.
Yeah, you ever chill one of those things before?
I'm going to do that.
Man, when I grew up in a trailer park, I knew somebody who made pants out of ice. Yeah, he's doing all right, though.
Here's Mary's veggie tempura.
Oh, I forgot he does that. He's a lot.
Cinematic trick.
She might need. Oh yeah. Well, technically, it's your second favorite pasta noodle.
Oh.
But it's,
No, bucatini.
no, that's not exactly what you had in Rome.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the hollow noodles.
He's right. It is.
What?
I don't know what the hell.
I concede.
What is this? I'll
He
skip around.
always argues.
Okay, that's a good. Oh. Oh, it's the
You
fat
use the
person
still
rolls.
That's right up there with the cacio e pepe.
It's right up there with the cacio e pepe. I hope it's even better than the cacio e pepe. Because the cacio e pepe was good, but this is arrabbiato, son.
Oh no. Those are my two.
This is what my grandma thinks
Oh,
I'm
with,
like,
carbonara.
by the way, where she just thinks I don't ever shut up, which
I was going to
is...
say, that's the top 3. That's our top 3 favorite preparations.
But you actually used to like the brownies, Grandma.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Damn, he did the Ahigo face there when he
Oh,
tried his
yeah.
noodles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What the hell? So he turns the camera to his wife and goes, "Oh yeah," and then his dad is still sitting there. I would never, in front of my dad, go, "Oh yeah." That's crazy. And if for some reason my parents found this and listened to this, turn it off. You weren't supposed to hear me make that noise.
He keeps doing the same thing until someone else laughs. And I think his wife is like, I know if I don't pay attention to Eric, then I don't have to laugh at everything and I can save some energy throughout the day because it's going to be a long birthday for this guy. I still have to put out for Eric. And he's definitely going to be a hoot in the sack.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be like wanting to wear the Darth Vader helmet and play the bass.
Oh my God, his role-playing request. I wouldn't even...
Funko Pop.
He could start an OnlyFans based on how horny he got watching. What was the one?
The Maxine?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we didn't. Okay.
Because he was like XXX in case.
I've always been a fan of the softcore porn genre.
Yeah. It's like a callback to the 1980s with the softcore porn, which I've always been a fan of.
I grew up on that stuff.
I'm a longtime viewer. All right, let me see him eat his wife's dinner.
It takes too long.
You ever put that damn camera phone down, boy?
For the chicken, I'll have to go for the gnocchi. Oh yeah, I was gonna try yours.
Yeah, you just.
I don't want to try the chicken. I want to try one of your gnocchi. So after you have your bite, I'll try one if you don't mind.
Oh, there we go.
I got the lava mouth.
I got the lava mouth.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
Looks at his dad, bro.
Light fluffy pillow, delicious. That is fantastic too. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at this table
Okay,
of
yeah.
contents. Junk food taste test is like the longest segment in the whole thing. Okay, well.
Okay, they got Doritos. Dude, there's one point when they eat the marshmallow thing.
Okay, Peeps.
Peeps.
Is that in this junk food?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw the blue.
Yeah.
There it is. They've got hookah here in the background.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, what you want?
The lady's choice. Peeps are your jam. So you want to show it? I mean, they can see it, but
It's even blue on the inside, which I'm kind of surprised by.
He's talking about she's going to have to convert him to a Peeps lover.
Okay.
So he's clearly, this has been a discussion they've had before.
Yeah.
it's all right. Go ahead.
And she's still surprised
Go
that it's
ahead.
blue on the outside and inside.
Immediately, it has that kind of blue cotton candy smell.
It does have that taste, but again, like I predicted, it's kind of subtle.
I predicted, as I predicted in my calculations.
And they've said the two completely opposite things. He said, immediately, it's got that cotton candy smell. And then she goes, oh, the taste is really subtle. So it's like, they don't even know what they're talking about. But it's fine. We love them. Let me see.
Yeah. It kind of tastes like a blue raspberry icy, but now I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I guess it does
Other
kind of taste
blue
like a blue
flavors.
raspberry icy with a little bit of vanilla from the marshmallow.
I mean, that's the definition of what you just said.
Yeah.
But those are
Again,
still pretty good.
these
I don't
are
like
very
it, but
fresh.
I don't really like them. They're just the same all the time, always.
Yeah.
They're never different.
Are you sure they're not brother and sister? I mean, this is like
That would be awesome.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire review. Maybe this will be interesting.
Oh, they're plastered. You can tell she's had a few.
Yeah.
But Winston never told them about this other stuff. That seemed a little weird, but
Yeah.
but you know, I mean, again, it doesn't ruin it for me. It's like I still had a good time. I got what I wanted from it. You know, lots of cool gear, lots of old gear, lots of new gear. Ecto 1
Lots of old gear, lots of new
York. Walter Peck was what I hoped he would be.
Oh, notice his shirt, everyone.
Yeah.
I love butts.
We need to check out that merch.
Short shrifted here because he didn't really have anything to do. They had a little side quest that it didn't really matter, but it was cute.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, your
Yeah.
Yeah.
got kind of big.
Right.
What's the name of it? Ghostbusters
Frozen Empire.
That makes him want to icy.
Yeah.
I think they
5 bags of
used the
popcorn
OG,
and maybe a little
especially
Slurpee.
Winston and, Bill Murray was very well used. I just could have used a little bit more of him.
Empire movies. Frozen Empire and King Kong: A New Empire.
It's still very much a Godzilla. It's a great Godzilla movie. Where, you know, I mean, I'm sorry, it's a great King Kong movie.
That's nuts. Oh, man.
You know, he is not the focus. His name is first in the title, and he is not the focus. And you can give him character. You can do more than what
That's
he did.
it. That is why we
Without telling
stayed.
Too much here. He was basically just in power up mode until he was needed.
Yeah.
You know, you got some great sequences.
Yeah.
Godzilla, a King Kong movie, but I still loved the movie.
And again, I count.
Oh, you got a railroad trail.
Just as much.
A toy.
Mickey and
What?
Minnie? Oh, he is a Disney guy.
Bro, what the hell? Is he
howdy,
autistic? This is concerning. No one should ever be that French over a toy train set.
It was in his Nintendo unboxing that he said he had opened like 6, right? He
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
6 Nintendo Switches.
That is insane.
I feel like all the people are on the wall like trophies.
That's a little dark.
Little too far, Lorraine.
Yeah, no, it's adorable.
Whatever his wife's name is.
Yeah, Gertrude. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go over. You want to grab scissors, and I'll go in for some detail here.
I'll be doing recon.
Toot toot. The cars are exactly like that, except usually you get 4 cars to a train.
Except it's
yeah.
everything he says immediately.
He
Gonna be a bit of a mess.
he can't let anything be. Yeah, I'm just in awe that he's literally fucking playing with toys.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Yes, happy birthday. I could be there all day. That was wow. We got to see how hungry he was, how horny he was,
And his wife's witty sense of humor.
yeah.
She's kind of like a British girl.
Yeah. the Erica Butts. His wife's name's Erica. Because it's the movie corner. We're getting into the movie corner. And we saw the trailer for the Joker 2. What did you think of it?
I think I'm sus I'm sussing about Lady Gaga and this whole musical part of it, which I think everybody in the world kind of is.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard the lady's music? Mm-hmm. So have you seen her Gaga fall out of her skirt? You remember those videos?
No.
Oh, there were some conspiracy videos on YouTube way back in the day of like Lady Gaga has a dick.
I remember that about 2008 or 2009 that she was actually a man.
Yeah.
But she's just Italian, folks.
Yeah. yeah, that's the worst part about it, folks. So I don't really remember much of what happened. It seemed like it's going to be a musical. There is a leaked song. If you've heard the song and the clip, you've seen the clip, but you haven't heard the new leaked song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
So
you have it.
I do, yeah.
Okay, and it's called what? Folly Ado. What is that when you accidentally take a poop?
Yeah.
Folly Ado.
When you step in dog crap, yeah. Folly and ado.
I'm falling in dew.
Let's see.
Falling in dew now.
Here we go. So this is a leaked song. You're only going to hear it here.
Official soundtrack. And who does the soundtrack for these movies? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, it looks like it might be Daddy Fat Snaps. I don't remember if he did the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check that IMDb.
Okay.
I'm so serious. Let me see you smile. Is it me? How I turn up the dial on vile? Do you want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. He charged at my mother, took the blade in her hand right out, said, "Why so serious?" and put it in my mouth.
Okay, he says that way too much like it's a dick. And put it in my mouth.
Yeah, he says it like he's asking, and put it in my mouth.
Where the American? Okay, I can't. I got old.
Remember when people would get scars?
Yeah, where are the American scars at? Remember when people would get those? And that's a deep cut, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's the song. That's the leaked song. We only got a snippet of it.
Wait, I thought he was on camera.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, this guy isn't? Okay.
No. It's a. This is a different one. It's not the. That's the other song was the Joker beatboxing.
Mm-hmm.
So. And by the way, if you search on YouTube, I know I'm breaking the bit, just Joker rapping, you will get a plethora of sorry, I'm not British, a plethora of options and a lot of black people like to rap as the Joker too, or the Joker 1.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, he's a chaotic, force of nature, and as they say, childhood is agreeing with Batman, but adulthood is realizing the Joker was right all along.
Oh yeah.
So. And black people are very, very mature. So that's why they like the Joker.
I'm going to see Joker 2 opening night, of course.
Yeah, we're going to go see it.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Of course. How do actors do this? I mean, I would just laugh the second take. I'd be like, we've already said this.
But it's kind of impressive that when we do these, the few times that we've had to re-record episodes, we will hit the exact same points and the exact same cadence as only doing it one time.
What's actually even worse is sometimes I'll re-listen, listen back on the episode, and if I'm home alone doing it, I'll you'll say something and I'll make a little comment out loud, and then it's right as I'm making the comment, and I'm like, wow, I'm truly that one-dimensional and figure out a bowl. So
yeah, it's nice. Whenever I listen to the podcast or when I play it back, I'm always surprised with what I say. I go, oh, I forgot I said that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know, or that's good for you because I know pretty much what I'm going to say. Whatever.
A couple of wild boys.
Yeah. Come tame us. Simulation.
So I'm going to try to be more excited for Joker 2. I hope the next trailer gets me more excited. And then what's the song that's in it, though? What was that? It kind of made you mad. I forgot that this was it. No, I don't know. There's another trailer where somebody changed the song and you hated it.
No, it was it was Beetlejuice. They changed the version of the...
I think I messed this up yesterday, too. Okay.
The Teo. What is it called? Deo. Coconut or Tally Me Banana.
Yeah, Tally Me Banana by... I don't remember. George Clinton. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like the original. Didn't like the remixed version. It's the new trend for all the trailers. You know that the trailers are made by a different company. They just are sent footage and they just put it together and they haven't even seen the movie. Isn't that crazy?
Well, it kind of makes sense. But I always thought it was deliberate how much the trailer doesn't normally add up to what you see in the movie.
Yeah.
It's not ever really a good representation. It's always the funniest part of the whole movie somehow. Well, the line that everybody in the theater goes, ha ha ha.
Right.
In the animated movie, it's when the fluffy little character farts.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the theater laughs during the trailer.
Right. And
but I gotta imagine that makes sense that was in the trailer.
I guess what do you do about those? There are some trailers, maybe these are made after the fact, where they just show like the whole movie in the trailer, which maybe that's already just pre-edited or something. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Anything else to say on Joker? Gang, gang. Goo, goo, gang, gang. Whoa.
Yeah. No, but I do like the casting, I suppose, a little bit because we all have that monster inside of us, and that's what she calls her fans, is the little monsters. And I'm gonna feel like a little monster when I go see it, and I imagine it'll be 5 bags of popcorn.
Yeah,
and maybe a little Batman figurine to squeeze angrily while I root for the Joker.
I agree.
I don't know. Okay, that was my little on cinema. What do we got next? The Mask.
The Mask.
Okay, you guys have probably seen this movie. It stars Jim Carrey.
And what's it about again? He like finds the mask,
and then he tries to become famous.
Yeah, and he's like raping people when he puts the mask on. It's an allegory for rape or something. I don't really know.
We all have that little monster in us.
Yeah, so it's like a Joker prequel.
So this movie, The Mask, it's by Connor O'Malley. It was like a documentary where he makes this character up, Tyler Joseph. You talk about Tyler Joseph, your favorite things about him and the kind of character he is.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, obviously this isn't any relation to The Mask. It's actually, the only reason it's called The Mask 2023 is because this character, Tyler Joseph, he's somebody who wants to be famous, and so he follows like a bunch of trends on like TikTok, and it just follows him from being somebody posting online to moving out to Los Angeles to try to pursue his dream. But he is like one of those psychopaths, which I've talked about this archetype of person before, where he thinks it's okay to do impressions of Jim Carrey when he's in the movie The Mask. So that kind of shows you how far gone he is.
Yeah, and so the whole story that stems from the fact that he's watched every episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway a million times.
Yeah.
And he's a Colin Mockery fan specifically. And he has the uncensored version of it on DVD, which is weird because I don't even know what would be uncensored.
Yeah. Do they curse on the show?
Oh, I guess they do drop like F-bombs and stuff, but I don't know why people would need that.
Yeah. Well, it's a selling point, I guess. But...
Yeah, so that's why he really wants to move out, but he gets pushed out of his job, and then his family pushes him out, and then he has to live with his grandma, and then she dies. And we won't spoil any of the end for you because we've only given you the first few minutes there.
You know what? They actually spoil, technically. To Eric Butts and disagree, they spoil the ending at the beginning. They do a nice... That was my one critique, is that there's an editing error there. They played the ending at the beginning, which I've emailed Connor O'Malley to fix that.
Well, it's sort of this new trick that they're trying to do in movies. It's never really been done before in a movie where they show the end at the beginning, but it's this new thing they're trying. You guys thought that the end of the... Have you
heard of foreshadowing?
You guys didn't know what foreshadowing.
Well, they're 5 shadowing. So, no, and the way that the thing is put together, it's a generic sounding story, but the way that it's put together is so funny. I mean, the guy who plays this Tyler Joseph, which, by the way, if you try to search for Tyler Joseph on Google, you'll find out that he is the lead singer of 21 Pilots. So, and that was a cool little misdirection that he threw at you there. But,
also, he has a really hilarious roommate when he moves out to LA.
Yeah.
And he's all into conspiracy theories and acting. And then what's the part that you really love that he does? The simulation theory. Yeah.
There's like a part, it reminds me of like if we had to talk about something, but like only one of us prepared for it, because his roommate goes, so we're going to talk about simulation theory. And then Tyler just goes, simulations. And then he's like, no, but we might be living in one. But the only thing he has to contribute to that whole conversation is just saying simulations back to him.
He's just happy to be out in LA at that point.
Yeah.
So, he wears the mask. The other thing that he wears is he wears this shitty purple shirt that's the cheapest shirt that you find like at Kohl's or whatever for $20.
Right.
It's a purple shirt that nobody buys because it doesn't go with anything. It just looks weird on most people. And it looks cheap.
It's like a litmus test that they knowingly put in the store to only attract like stupid people. That's how they count how many like stupid people are shopping
it's for
at Kohl's.
pimps and improv people if you're white.
Yeah, no, seriously. Oh, man.
So he wears that. He wears the mask suit at times. And then even at the end, he pulls out a mask, like a COVID mask, and it's kind of his final transformation.
Yeah.
But again, we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. And the whole thing is shot on like a selfie stick with a GoPro. So it's like super shaky, and he's always like pulling the pole like out and closer to himself and like for like added effect. And I don't know, it's just so funny. I mean, I've gone on my 5th time watching this video in like the last 2 days, and I'm like still finding new things that I hadn't seen before. And I don't know, you found it. And
yes. Yeah, no, I was on the hunt for something new and I just came across it. So it was a great find. Whoa, I just got really loud.
Sorry, yeah, I turned you up just a little bit.
It was a great find. And I recommend it totally. I'm just trying to remember if there's anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost think the less said, the better, because it's like it just has to be experienced. Because you didn't tell me anything about it. You just sent it to me. And I was like, oh, what the hell is this? Because it just says The Mask 2023, and it has a picture of a guy dressed up as the Mask, and I was like, okay.
Well, I clicked it, and when I saw it, so I was using a site that has not Letterboxd, okay, people.
Yeah.
I was using a different site where I could search by, you know, genres and stuff and everything like that. And then it's on there, and I'm thinking like, this is just some low budget shitty like ripoff. You know, like people make that kind of stuff on YouTube all the time. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it was satire of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, where it's like it's making fun of that person that fights with himself in the woods wearing a Deadpool mask or Italian Deadpool.
Yeah, it was Italian Deadpool versus Italian The Mask.
Yeah, where he fights himself in the woods, and it just, you know, cuts every time he has to throw a punch for each guy. So that's what I thought it was going to be, and then it was just satire of that. So it ended up being awesome. And then you said this guy's been on I Think You Should Leave or something?
He's in a few skits, and he kind of does something similar. I think in one of the skits it's like he's asking Tim to like check out his videos to help him go viral. Then he watches them and he's like, dude, I can't like share this or anything. And
but the big nasty trick that was pulled on us, and I found out while I was watching it, you found out I think afterwards, that he's best friends with Joe Pera, who last week we were shitting on up and down, just dragging our doo-doo butts all over him because he's so lame and boring, and he thinks being a grandpa is cool.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. That was the heartbreaking twist. They're like really good friends. And I tried to watch some of Connor O'Malley's other stuff, and you did too, and kind of we agreed that it wasn't.
Yeah, I watched one where he was like freestyling, and then there was another one maybe where he was kind of doing man on the street sort of stuff, and I didn't think it was as good. So
yeah, no, but The Mask is really good. Disregard the Joe Pera thing. Joe Pera's not in it.
It's totally acceptable for people to hit on like one thing too, you know?
Yeah.
He can make one good thing. You know, we don't just have to hate everything he does.
Right.
And we might not. Maybe he'll just come out with something like this every year. Maybe he has one big project like this that he works on at all times, and we'll get
we'll sit down and get the popcorn and get the 5 baggers.
Yeah, The Mask 2 maybe next year.
Yeah. And he's got a challenge as a director and a creative though, because is he going to call it The Mask 2023 2, or is he going to call it The Mask 2024?
Yeah, because it won't be coming out in 2023 because that's come and gone already.
Right.
And I just don't know if that would make as much sense.
No, I don't know. So, well, we've got some other movies, or is there anything else you wanted to say? Or
no, I think we can move on.
A couple other creatives that we maybe initially didn't quite like, and then grew on us over time are Tim Heidecker and Neil Hamburger, and we watched their movies, and you watched them. What did you think of them?
Okay, so we'll start with Tim's movie, the comedy, and the big plot twist is it's not a comedy.
Yeah,
it's a black comedy.
Dude, that freaking got me. I don't know.
What? I don't even get what you're doing.
I was just saying that plot twist really got me, but I was just hyping it up. It's like, man, dude, like it was the end of The Sixth Sense, like, man, I did not see that coming, that it wasn't.
I will admit your second go around not as good as yesterday, so I'm going to set you up again, and then you're going to hit it out of the park, grand slam.
Okay.
The plot twist, you're not going to cut any of that. We're just running it back. Yeah, okay. So the audience can see you grow in real time. See us grow.
Yeah.
CS 8188. It's the plot twist is that it's not actually a comedy. It's a black comedy.
I know, like a Tyler Perry, like Medea goes.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, hell nah. Seeing Tim do blackface was something that I never really thought of before, but I was actually pleasantly surprised by his ability to black out.
Well, and you're being silly, but there is that scene when he does like a prolonged plantation owner voice.
Yeah.
And that's something.
He defends Hitler too. I'm surprised you Sigma editors out there haven't gone through this movie and taken some clips and, played it alongside with like Ryan Gosling and stuff, because he's a rich man who rides a boat, and the aesthetic is there.
Well, the aesthetic is The Notebook because it's sort of a troubled guy who hates the girl that he's with. That's sort of The Notebook, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's not, but yeah. So in this movie, he's sort of a guy that has no meaning in his life, I guess. And his dad's dying, and he's rich. And the movie really doesn't have a point to it. And we're gonna find that in both of these movies. Not The Mask, which has really the point of life in it, but in Tim's movie and in Greg's movie, there's no point. This is like postmodern filmmaking from the early 2010s, where it's just sort of like maybe you can extract meaning out of a few different scenes here and there. But,
Yeah, it's like, this scene was so meaningless, almost like my life right now. Oh my gosh, it's just like me. And you know what I will say about this mumblecore stuff that you've told me about? It's really just classism. I know it's trying to comment on classism and all the other isms, but it is a classist podcast. Because what is it? Just different scenes of people just sitting there talking. It's improvised. It's off the cuff, but they have fancy movies and they've got a budget. And so how do they address that?
I don't know. For me, I feel like it's made for just people in New York that are, because it was even, what's the fucking film festival?
Oh, yeah, Sundance?
Yeah. Is that the one that it was at?
I think so.
Okay. Well, either way, it's one of these artsy fartsy movies.
Yeah. And they love that stuff. And I don't know.
There's a lot of funny lines, though, in the movie. And pretty much any scene where Tim just rambles, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
At some point, at least. But there's just a lot of scenes that drag on. Eric Wareheim sucks. I still don't like him at all.
It's like every time you see him, I don't know, there's something about him that reminds me, and it's not, maybe it is because he's Jewish, but he reminds me too much of like Brett. He reminds me too much of like Brett Gelman, like doing this. He thinks that there's a funny switch in his brain that he can switch on and off. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I just start talking like this, whatever I'm going to say is going to be funny. But it doesn't work like that.
I'll say this. Of everything, I've seen a lot of Tim and Eric, never really liked it. The scene when they're like criticizing their friend for not being funny was okay.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of like laying into him a little bit.
But
I just don't like Eric at all. I don't. But I get the comparison.
You will admit at least that they're both Jewish. Thank you. No, there's a scene where they go into a cathedral. It's Tim, Eric, and James Murphy.
Yeah.
The lead singer of LCD Sound System is a friend in the friend group. And you were telling me, we watched it, but they're like sliding across the pews. Like it's, what's that game? Brick Breaker on the BlackBerry where you're the sliding tile. So criminally unfunny. It almost made me want to shut the movie off, but I think Greg Turkington was in like a scene shortly after, so that held me in. But I don't know. It is full of stupid shit like that where it's like, am I supposed to feel something from this, or are you just going to start a bunch of essays, write 3 sentences into them, and then never pick them back up again?
Well, and that's the other thing too, is there's moments throughout the movie where it seems like, oh, maybe he's making some progress.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but then, he doesn't. He still gets drunk and he's a piece of shit. And then you're like, okay, well, that was the movie.
Yeah. There's like, what was the climax? He drove his boat. Literally drove his boat. Nothing, didn't crash it, didn't run out of gas. He just drove it.
People that like this crap will say, by the way, I give it a 3.5 out of 5, so I did not hate it.
I gave it a 3 too. And I will agree, the parts with Tim, they are funny. There is a lot of stuff in there that is good. But all in all, just critiquing the genre as a whole. But what were you going to say?
No, I just agree with you that it's a problem to not have a point in a movie.
Yeah.
And maybe that flew, 10 years ago, but
now it's kind of just outdated.
Yeah. Then we got Greg's movie from 2015, Entertainment, about Neil Hamburger. Now it's a fresh take on the character of Neil Hamburger. It's not just him going around doing stand-up the whole time. In fact, the only scene in the movie where he kills is when he's like talking to these inmates at the beginning or doing a set for inmates.
Which I think is like a cannibal holocaust. That movie was trying to make the point that those who are civilized are the monsters. And so he was making the point that the prisoners are actually more humane than those out in society who didn't laugh at his jokes.
I totally agree.
But it's a what is it, mumblecore? It's like depression core, where it's like, here's Greg Turkington looking depressed in this location, now in that location. The cinematography was good. I liked it better. I know you said it was the same director. I like the entertainment cinematography more.
Yes, I like the shots of the desert.
They were good. It shows kind of it was probably intended to make him feel so small, as he does, but continues his journey as a comedian. But
by the way, I've just remembered something on Tim's movie, and I just saw this on the Wikipedia, and maybe you saw it. But apparently, like when the movie came out, they just released the same length of version of video online, but after like 10 minutes, it was just Tim like sitting there drinking a Corona or something. I might be botching that part.
So it had the same runtime as the movie, but
so then you'd think you found it online,
Oh,
and then
okay.
after 10 minutes, it would be like anti-piracy, and then Tim just like sitting there drinking.
Oh, that's funny.
So
that's probably has as much content in it as the actual movie. So I found the sorry to go back on Tim's movie, but I found the commentary to be more insightful to listen to than watching the actual movie. So, but back to this entertainment thing, kind of the same problem. It's like, what is this building up to? What is the point? It's a bunch of essays started, never finished, and it doesn't have the enjoyable parts that at least Tim's did have. But I do feel like that entertainment was trying to, I don't know, maybe paint a broader picture about, I don't know, what it's like to be a performer, or like what it's like, how someone can be delusional in their own dreams, and how it doesn't matter how awful their circumstances are. They just somehow have some weird thing inside of them that tells them to keep going, and you're just watching that. But
I would say it's probably, I think this is true, but important to note that I don't think Tim wrote any of his movie, but then Greg was probably involved in writing entertainment. So maybe he saved it from this fucking director by writing a script that had some kind of point, even though it doesn't end anywhere. Maybe you can, feel something with the theme of loneliness or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's good. I love Neil Hamburger. Another thing too was that stand-up.
Oh yeah, his Red Hot Chili Peppers joke.
Yeah, if you want to. So I'll make this quick. Mr. Bungle is a band. Faith No More is a band. And if you don't know who they are, they're great bands. Mr. Bungle I'm a bigger fan of. And Mike Patton, incredible singer for them, has like a 9-octave range or whatever would be an incredible number. Anthony Kiedis like blacklisted them from all these venues back in the day, or like during festivals and stuff, because he was basically saying that he was ripping off his style, but he was doing it like as a parody. So he was like making fun of the Chili Peppers, the Peppers.
Okay. And Anthony was, yo, dude, that's a no-go. I'm a no-go sexual.
Yeah.
Just so you're not confused, the Anthony Kiedis Sucking on My Penis, that's who we're talking about.
Yes.
So from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And, this material, so Neil Hamburger does this whole set. It's like an anti-Red Hot Chili Peppers set. And I used to be a huge fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I read Anthony Kiedis' book, Scar Tissue, where he was like, yeah, my life was so hard. Heroin. Why was my life so hard? Or those drugs. He ate them like an idiot. So like Eric Butts on his birthday, it was like Anthony Kiedis with these drugs. So
I haven't even got to try your drugs yet.
Once you have a bite, I don't want the chicken in the drugs. I just want the drugs. So this set it cut very deep, and it was very, very funny because I knew how bad their drug problem is, which makes Neil Hamburger so much greater to shit on them and laugh at them for their stupid drug problem that they had.
Yeah, so it's 8 minutes of that, and then so Neil Hamburger's connection is that he's friends with these guys, so he's open for them, and I think he's done a side project with one of the guys.
The Mr. Bungle guy?
Not him. Well, he did a song with him.
Okay.
But anyway, so we'll go ahead.
Yeah, here's the best joke.
What's the difference between the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
They do drugs.
And Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman.
Well, Harriet Tubman, of course, the great Harriet Tubman, was a heroine to the slaves. Red Hot Chili Peppers are slaves to heroin.
I mean,
they're slaves to
heroin. Oh man, and like all of his jokes are like that because one of the first joke was like, how many Red Hot Chili Peppers does it take to screw in a light bulb? Well, it depends on when they last shot up. It's incredible. No, he's great. I don't know anything else to say about entertainment. Neil Hamburger, maybe 5 bags of popcorn, and maybe a little slider for the hamburger to be a ham. Anyway. So those of you who listen to the show, you know that we found a comedian who came after us, this open micer. He was on Kill Tony. His name was Eric Berry. So we've kept some tabs on Mr. Berry, and he has a new podcast debuting on a brand new channel, 15 subscribers.
The Dirty.
And you know, something that you said about Eric Berry was if you hung out with him for a night, he will share all of his deepest, darkest secrets with you.
Well, I'm kind of that way too, so we might be alike in that way.
I don't think so. You wouldn't do it with a stranger, would you? I don't think I've seen you do it with a stranger.
No.
So yeah, no, you're not like him. He just has no spine, no backbone. He thinks it's cool when bad things happen to him. He brags about how miserable his life is. He's actually a hard person to make fun of because his life itself is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
You almost just need to list off his achievements in life, and that is the roast. So he's got this podcast and
The Dirty.
So he talks about his sex stories. So we'll just kind of peek around on this.
And we are
one.
going to leave a comment at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. What did you think he...
Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Dirty.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of The Dirty. I am your host, Eric Berry.
Woo.
So happy to have you here. What is The Dirty? This is going to be a place where I'm going to tell stories. I'm going to interview other people who are going to share stories.
And I'm going to be cooled by this fucking
perhaps
fan.
less savory things that they've in life.
Oh, sorry.
Confiding in myself and the audience, you guys, about things that they might want to share, might not want to share. I don't know. In my history of doing podcasts, these things always end up changing. And 2 years from now,
my
if I should
history
do so
doing
like I'm still
podcasts.
doing this, it might not be anything like what we're doing now. Quick pause. I wanted
Dude,
to
and
have...
this is the thing that's funny about him.
Oh my God, you can see his bed.
He can never just let things fly. He always has to do what Eric Butts does. He has to argue with himself. Where, real quick, I got to pause real quick and just say, by the way, I didn't mean to say that I was a fucking gay faggot. What I meant to say was I'm not a gay fucking.
You don't think this is an ad read?
Well, actually, I don't know. Well, that fan's been in frame the whole time, so maybe it's an ad for the fan. We can see
my shitty iPhone 8 that I have set up so that I could switch between angles like this and the other camera here, and I forgot to do that. Something you could look forward to in the future. Little aside there. All right, back to me. Follow us, subscribe.
Did not need to tell us any of that.
I don't know exactly what those handles are yet, but they're somewhere down
God.
somewhere in this area.
Oh my God.
Shit, should we call him
right now?
The condom.
Oh yeah, there we go. Cumtown ripoff.
No, wait. Should we watch the episode first?
So
like
the condom.
All good stories. It started when I was.
We should call him and be like, "Dude, I was at this party."
This did not happen. The condom story is a lie, and I don't even know what the condom story is. But we're like, dude, we know someone who was there and said you fucking made the whole thing up. This whole condom story.
Yeah, maybe we should call him next week.
Okay, yeah,
on the show.
There's not a lot of substance here. I just gotta.
I want to see the girl that he got on. See who his friends are. A very funny comedian, and then we go to her page and.
Oh, here we go. Here she is.
Let's see.
Oh, he's doing a little clap at the sound check clap. Very funny. Wow, she thought so.
We are here with Pam Benjamin. Hi, Pam.
Hey, how you doing, Eric?
Well, I may not be better.
The
But
mics,
like, it's not about me.
the mics aren't even on.
Pam and I, we know each other.
You know, because that echoey sound.
No, I know.
11 is when I started.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, wow, you're literally using the photo, like, so I could just look her up now and I'd know which one it is right away. What's that belt?
Yeah, I know what she win a fight.
Oh yeah, I guess WrestleMania. Eric Berry saw her win her butts. Fuck. Eric butts. Fuck. Fuck.
Eric butt fuck.
Met a bunch of people at Burning Man in 2007.
Oh, she's a Burning Man lady. Burning Man lady.
This isn't good enough to even watch, but we're gonna get on this show and you're gonna get on our show, and then we're not ever gonna really be friends, but we may be able to reach an agreement.
Yeah, we'll cross paths. We'll assign a truce.
But you got to reach out for real. You can't just comment on our page and run.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, we did a whole response to you, and now the ball's in your court.
Yeah, you owe it to respond to us in a video.
Do a video. Yeah, tell a crazy quacked out story about how 2 YouTubers did a video on you and made fun of you and called you gay. And well, actually, we didn't even make fun of you. You called yourself gay on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And then you asked Kill Tony if he was going to clip that part of the episode, even though you're the one who clipped the part of the episode. Anyway.
Okay, we're going to go to the Chris Cuomo Tucker Carlson interview. This is exactly a month old now, I think. I think it was March 11th.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So we're looking at something really old here. Now, here's a really real clip from the episode.
Yeah, because not everyone may have caught this because, like, you know, the woke media wanted to censor this because it's, first of all, it's so brave. Can we, hang on for a second. Can we just, like... because they don't agree and they talked to each other.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because, okay, so you guys know Tucker Carlson, right? And you probably do because he's this crazy right-wing lunatic. And then you got Chris Cuomo who's on the other side. And these guys are on the opposite sides, but here they are talking. And now if I've learned anything in my time on this earth over the last few years, it's been that these two people can't talk. And that when they do talk, it's a very brave action.
Yeah.
And they deserve applauding for it.
Exactly. And so we've got just 47 seconds candid discussion that you clipped. So here we go.
I'm a man.
You got an A in that class, you bastard. Did it feel good when you would come? It's
a little dirty. Felt a little dirty.
Dirty good or dirty
You know, I'm not really a dirty good guy. You know what I mean?
Also, why are his producers laughing?
Yeah. He's not Adam Friedland.
Nasty too, sorry. So I don't go into things. You gotta be rough on. Actually, you're a bitch. Because I'm a dick. I'm sorry. Because it was easy. I try never to be passive aggressive. I really pride myself on just aggressive.
Yeah, I'll
Not
give you that.
passive aggressive. Okay, there's no excuse for passive aggression. Putin.
Well, of course.
So,
what is quote? You got an A in that class, you bastard, you rat bastard, whatever he said. So crazy that Chris, first of all, in the blink of an eye, they switch seats and Chris goes black.
So that's Candace Owens on the left. No, one of the crazier parts is that Tucker says that he isn't passive aggressive and then he prides himself on being aggressive. And that doesn't make any sense to me because wasn't his Fox show, he just was passive aggressive to everybody that was on? Like he'd have a stupid person on, then he would act stupid. He would not be direct with them. Like, isn't that what he's known for?
Yeah, that's his whole shtick, as they would call it. I mean, he literally did that with the Putin stuff, where he was like, "Well, why is it so clean in Moscow? Why is it that the shopping cart is just 1 quarter to use, and you get your quarter back? Why is that? We're not making any claims. We're not being aggressive. We're just passively asking questions, And
he wouldn't actually say that, though.
Right? No. I was doing like a parody of Tucker Carlson.
So he did it during the Putin interview. Also the way he says Putin, and I probably say it weird too. Putin
on the Ritz.
Putin.
If you go to Canada, you can get some Putin.
Yeah. So when he interviewed Putin, he when he was trying to get him to free that guy, the prisoner of war or whatever, the reporter or whoever,
Navajo, Randi, whatever his name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well, he didn't do anything. It's like, just ask him. Why don't you have some balls and tell him I'm taking him with me? Why don't you say that to Putin's face?
Yeah.
That'd be aggressive.
Well, then he was all like, I'm not afraid to die. But then it's like, why weren't you afraid to take someone home?
I hate when people say that
they're not afraid to die.
Yeah. It's like, why? Okay, all you have is this life. What do you just... Oh, because you've already had kids and done all the fun stuff, you can't enjoy the last 25 years, 30 years of your life? All right, we're getting back on course. Sorry.
Yeah. Cuomo, on the other hand, though, he seemed he kept pressing Tucker, about the COVID thing. He was like, why were you so mean to me during COVID? And Tucker was kind of like dodging the questions. And a lie that I caught Tucker in, he was saying, Cuomo was like, you know what I've noticed? I go through your house and I don't see any screens and I don't see you on your phone. He's like, oh, totally. No, I'm an outdoorsman. I don't ever go on my phone ever. I don't use email, blah, blah, blah. And when Cuomo's asking Tucker, hey, why were you being so mean to me on your show? He was like, I don't know why I didn't like you. I think people were sending me like some reels on Instagram of you. And so I thought you sucked. So how is that possible?
Well, and if you think about Tucker's show, a lot of time, the gimmick of the day, right? Like that day was Chris Cuomo's in his basement doing whatever. It's often like, what is the internet trend going around? It's not something Tucker's discovered on his own.
Yeah.
So, he can't even pretend that he's offline.
Right.
Or that he doesn't at least see some things online.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. And then, they're proud of themselves for talking. And then Chris Cuomo, though, does alpha him a few times because he's like, I'd snap you like a twig, bitch.
But then he was like, there are so many women who could kick my ass.
Yeah, that made no sense.
So Tucker's like a woman, I guess. He's weaker than a woman. And but overall, I guess it was good. I mean, we like both of them, so.
No, Chris Cuomo's come around a lot.
He has.
So he got a bad rap.
No, he definitely did. But do we want to watch the Kill Tony thing again or fucking amazeballs?
Come on, you guys want some Tony, don't ya?
Yeah. Tucker was on Kill Tony. He was on Kill Tony, and here's a clip of Joe Rogan talking about how this came to be. And it's kind of, really shitty to do this to somebody, as you pointed out. So I'm sorry I just stole it.
No, it's okay. I'll get it in.
Here we go. Here's the clip of Joe just so impressed by this stupid
By the way,
show.
if you don't have eyes, the screen that you're looking at right now, it's the N word is being bleeped and Tucker Carlson's laughing. So show that to your liberal grandma.
Yeah.
I brought Tucker Carlson to Kill Tony last night. Tucker Carlson had no idea.
How'd you set it
This is
up?
how I set it up. I'm hanging out with Tucker. We're talking about the club. He's like, I think it's amazing what you've done here. I go, you want to come to the club? Kill Tony's on tonight.
Does he have any
'Cause
idea
it's
what you're talking about?
No idea. He goes, how much can comedians need?
Makes no sense.
Yeah. So I say, Kill Tony sold out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row.
Twice.
In an hour. He goes, what? I go, really? I go, I'm going to take you to Kill Tony right now. So in the middle of the show's already going on. I text him.
Everybody,
I'm coming over with
Tucker,
Carlson. He goes,
fucker,
jump on
Carlson.
stage. I go,
The
"Fuck yeah."
greatest
Tucker goes,
of all
So I'm in the
time.
backstage, right behind the curtain. I go, this is the crowd. I go, you hear him out there? He goes, this is amazing. I go, we're going to go on stage right now. He's like, what? And so Tony goes, my 2 favorite people just dropped by, Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. We go to the curtain.
Holy shit.
Everybody goes nuts. It was hilarious.
Was that Mark?
Hilarious.
My
Yeah,
brother
it was
hates you.
hilarious.
What's up, fuck nigga? You good?
Let's go. Cam Patterson and Tucker Carlson high-fiving. This is
it's crazy. My grandma hates you, nigga.
This summer.
Yeah.
Like a little Jim.
Yeah.
Happy little Jim.
We love Jim.
She doesn't
Oh my God. Yeah, the fucking... Okay,
She
we played
doesn't.
this... Sorry, Joe's scream. He goes manic right there, like a full ape mode. Here we go. Loading up.
Full Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fuck she does. Yeah, she does.
That's somebody who's not afraid of death. He can't even let somebody say my grandma hates you.
Yeah.
She doesn't mean it.
She does. Yeah, she doesn't mean it.
Yeah, but if she got to know me, she wouldn't hate me. I'm not scared of death.
Let me go have a debate with her. So I had the Andy Milano. Let's go to the Buc-ee's guy, actually. Let's make it a little different for us.
Okay, but I did want to mention something about her.
Oh, okay, so we'll go to her then. Let's go. So this person comes up on stage. And by the way, I mean, I know this has been said before, but the circus freaks that appear on Kill Tony, it never ceases to astound me. One of the people was like a Buc-ee's mascot, and one of them is a musician who writes the worst song of all time, and they give him a guitar to play the worst song of all time. And one of the guys has like, I'll go to this. Okay, 103.23. I'll kind of keep a mental note there. This first guy who gets up on stage, his set is awful, but he's like lol XD random. So Tony loves him. I'll show you just a little bit.
Do you have to let it linger? All right, cool. Irish stuff, get lost, eat piss, your dick. All right.
Oh, Jim loves that.
Yeah.
Eat piss? I'm in.
Technically, you drink it, but other than that, that was a really good set. 5 bags of popcorn. Okay, so that little snippet was all you needed to know. He just mumbled like phrases like an autistic idiot, and
yeah, one of the like you were saying, it's a collection of people. You know, they come from all these backgrounds. They all have their own silly little thing about them, but they are all driven by one goal, and that is that Joe Rogan might see their 1 minute stand up on Kill Tony, and they might get famous. So that neuroticism or whatever their hopes and dreams, it's there, and you can feel it in the back of their head.
It's that Tyler Joseph, whose line is it anyway? Like level of fame. And this guy, if you didn't notice, he doesn't have fingers on one of his hands. And I don't know if I can skip to the part, but at one point he like grabs his note card so fluently with his nubs. There we go. That was it.
And there was a makeup accident for a film. And I was actually playing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He tries to make it look cool. They think that like Joe Rogan, whenever he appears, he's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, awesome set, man! You want $50,000?" You know, but it doesn't happen. You know, it's the same thing with Eric Berry. He thought that was his big break.
I know they have people that have been on there for like 5 years straight, and they'll ask them like, "How long have you been doing this again?" I'm Tony, and how long have you been doing comedy? 5 years. Yeah, and I actually all of my sets have been on Kill Tony. I've only done 20 sets over 5 5 years, and it was all on your show. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Incredible. That was a killer minute, which, we've said, you know what? This is something we said yesterday, but it's going to be more impactful today when I say this. Tony is so impressed by the fact that these people come up with a minute of stand-up a week. At this point, we're at like 2.5 hours.
We could put out a special. We could put out 2 specials.
Yeah, we could. Seriously, back to back. Back to back. Soup to nuts. I'm a midget. No, fucking Mark Normand. And we'll get to this Andy Milonakis. It was 103.23. This circus freak looks like Andy Milonakis. How about this? Hey, would you date this girl? Would you bang this girl? She 1A looks like Andy Milonakis, but she B.
Ooh, okay, this is rough, and this is when you feel bad for Tucker. Oh, and there's something else I want to say really quick before we get going on this. Leave it on her stupid fucking body. Look at Joe. Look at her. Wow.
Awesome, man.
So I was going to say this, Joe, he's basically bragging that he exploited Tucker and just dragged him on stage for, over an hour.
Yeah.
And you might remember the Lion King fiasco when Joe Rogan was on Kill Tony.
Right.
And somebody just referenced a scene from the Lion King. He didn't know what it was. He goes, I'm not going to watch some stupid movie about lions.
He's like, well, their dicks are flying around. I didn't want to see it because I'm not gay.
What, they got lion dicks? That was the best thing he could come up with.
That's like a Neil Hamburger. Why have I not seen the Lion King? Because I don't want to see the lion's dicks. Because I'm not a pedophile.
Okay. So, it's just crazy. It's not cool for Joe to, exploit his friends after he got mad when somebody just threw a Lion King reference and he didn't know what was going on. He was on his heels, on his toes, whichever the expression is.
Yeah, and to me, it's like the same thing whenever we were watching Joe Pera last week, and I said, like, if I met up with someone from high school and they made me watch this, like, I would feel like I was. And this is kind of a version of that where he's like, oh, dude, you got to kill Tony. Kill Tony's so cool. And brings him out on stage. And yeah, he can't leave. He's forced to just sit here and endure this pain of the cringiest, most gross out comedy that's like not even funny.
Yeah. Well, this is about to gross us out.
Yeah, here we go. Anyway, would you bang this girl? Sorry, I was going to say this is her trading card. The plus is, you tell me what the plus and minus is.
Oh, okay.
Stat 1 is she looks like Andy Milonakis, but she laughs like Stavros Halkias.
Well, on paper it should work, but then you really take a good look at her and then you just see it's, you can see Tucker's already smelling something.
Oh, yeah. He's like, kiss me, I'm Irish,
but,
shirt.
He probably sort of has a woody smell to him, like an outdoorsy kind of thing. And she definitely smells like a muskrat or something.
So he's like, maybe she hunts. She smells like shit like I do.
Yeah, she just stinks like her ferret.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of women trying to figure out how they start masturbating for the first time. See, with men and women, it's a lot different. Dudes usually start masturbating for the first time with other dudes.
Watch Tucker's face.
Like, hey, bro, just found this mag.
Watch the guy with the Chinese hat.
His best friend for the first time, staring him in the eyes. With women, they start with the corner of the washer, maybe humping a pillow. Not me. I went straight to the electric toothbrush.
What?
When you start masturbating with the electric toothbrush, you never step away. Now my clit is calloused. I need a fucking bear trap on my ankle.
Everybody really taking her performance.
Not anymore. I need to pay the Chinese chiropractor in the mall $100 to just start punching my clit. Just fucking going at it. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Audrey Michelle, welcome to the show. This is your first time here.
Yeah. Tony's.
Welcome. It's a fun set.
I have so many questions.
And Joe is like so unfunny, so him just saying that, they're like, he played the drums like he said something funny.
Dude, and this is just classic Joe fact-checky, because this is what he does. He's always fact-checking people. So instead of just like, was the material good? Is it written like a stand-up set? Which is what the show should be.
Yeah.
And Tony never does that. I mean, look at that cock-sucking face.
I know. Jim or Joe?
Both. And even Tucker.
Yeah.
And, well, definitely Jim.
Yeah.
And Tony. And the black guy, and Questlove.
Dude, I mean, this is like the worst. I know that Red Bar's talked about this, but the stacking is so bad. It's like, what the hell? What type of movie is this? It's like the two brothers and their runaway slave. But then over here, it's like the white and the Chinese man. Like, yeah, the stacking on that's so bad. But sorry, what were we gonna say?
No, you can go on.
Okay. Yeah, Joe's question.
Let's start with how most men start out masturbating.
That's bullshit.
And where are you getting this information?
Total bullshit.
They're mad because I'm telling all their fucking secrets.
I'll have it be known, I also started masturbating with an electric toothbrush.
Yes.
So I'm not one of these normal guys.
I wanted to say, I said this yesterday, but I remember hearing a lot of stories of friends like masturbating together.
Mhm.
I was never included, nor did I want to be included, but she was definitely onto something there.
And I masturbated recently with a boy named Timmy.
Yeah. Yo, husband.
Did your electric toothbrush also have a My Little Pony character on it?
Jeez.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh. Dude, the way that line was delivered by her, have you ever talked to somebody who does that? Like, did you ever see, did it also do the thing where you were late because the gas was low on the tank? And you're like, dude, fucking shut up.
Joe, by the way, hates her so much, and this is the kind of stuff he does still talk about on his podcast, where he talks about how people want to be cats and stuff. And I would just put her in this group. And actually, I think she brings up her cat at some point, probably.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, she already talked about her pussy.
Mm-hmm.
You're on it?
Oh, that's scary.
Horrible.
That's scary.
Yeah. Brian,
so welcome.
being
How long
funny.
you doing stand-up, Audrey?
Seriously, about 2 months.
Wow.
Not so seriously, maybe about 5 months in total.
Wow, incredible. Probably the best bucket pull so far of the night. Came out with a lot
The
of,
best bucket pull.
presence.
Yeah, the
What have you
best.
done before?
Yeah,
that?
he just thinks he's fucking Willy Wonka or something. Look
Yeah.
at Charlie Bucket Pole, the number one person to visit our factory, the mothership.
You get to ride up the glass elevator because you have incredible on-stage presence, the way you quickly rushed through your rehearsed material.
Yeah, I don't know if we caught that, but he does say that she has incredible stage presence.
Yeah.
And she's just like nervously talking up there.
No, yeah, I know. Tony like never knows what he's saying.
And his feedback's always off. And actually, like the few times they have funny people on, that's when Tony really is mad.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that could just be because he doesn't want it to be like not the star of the show.
Yeah, yeah.
So they keep the shitty people around so Tony can lightly roast them, but it doesn't totally suck.
Yeah, no, I agree. And so he can, whenever those like mid people, he can be like, so what was that? Why did you do that? What was the point of that?
Get that fucking shirt.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Can I give him a shout out?
Yeah.
It's Tech Daddy Tolu on Instagram. He makes these shirts. He's been making them for a while now.
It's literally the shittiest shirt ever.
Stupidest.
Tech Daddy Alpha, my bad.
Okay. All right.
I got it on Vista Print Shop.
Now that you said Alpha, Rogan's a fan.
I just want to say I promised somebody else. Can I do one more?
Do one more what?
Shout out.
No, come on. What is
It's
this?
Michael White.
What is that?
He wanted me to talk about the date we went on in Eureka.
You went on a date with the rapper Michael White who makes spaghetti?
I ordered the cheapest thing off the
Wait
menu
for it,
so I
Red
didn't have
Band.
to put out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Spaghetti, we're going to do that joke
Cheapest
again.
thing on the menu.
It's a $10 bowl of truffle fries.
Wow. Absolutely incredible. The level of cuisine that
Yeah, that overshare. They wanted me to talk about the date I went, and they all stand the same way when they share their stupid ass oversharing trivia too. With their fucking whole their whole torso is somehow out, but their arms are back, and they're like, when I went there, it was like a date. I hate these people.
Yeah.
Now Brian Redband is actually really funny. It's like he's so overlooked. The bill of his own hat casts his own shadow, you know?
Yeah.
And it's sad, but he's the best. Oh, and he knows something.
It was like the first body massager. It's the big like blue and white one with the huge white
Yeah,
ball
Red
on
Band
the top.
knows. He's a
His
sex
eyes just
pervert.
got so wide.
And you plug it into the wall, and
Yeah.
there's been videos of it exploding in women's vaginas.
So
It's
I
great.
choose the one that plugs
Wait.
into the wall because
Hold on,
it's
Red
stronger.
Band. What?
Tucker is like
Oh,
held
their
hostage.
laugh too.
He's like held hostage.
Yeah.
He's so you can feel how uncomfortable he is just being here, but he doesn't know what else to do. He does a good job, dealing with that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I guess I do
Her
kind of
laugh, though, were you going to get that?
Yeah, that was the Stav laugh there.
How come you wall? And there's videos of it like sparking and yeah, it's cool.
Why? How come you never sent me those videos?
You want a dildo, Joe?
Send me so many
Yeah.
videos.
Shout out episode 1 of the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
When Red Band brought a dildo.
Is that really what happened on episode
Something
one?
like that.
like a pocket pussy, maybe.
Oh, right.
Hopefully. Dude, Joe, you got to shove this up your ass.
You know, I was thinking Joe should kind of like this comedy because she is a physical comedian. So if she's jackhammering her pussy, you know, pantomiming that, well, Joe humps stools.
Yeah.
So in many ways, they should maybe go out back and bump parts.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably got a calloused penis from all that stool humping. Her clit's calloused. They could make, I don't know, a Jocko Willink looking kid. He's like a walking callus. Oh, yeah. She's not 21. She's 20.
You're never going to guess how old I am. I was like 35. 20. I'm not supposed to be in these bars.
Where's, I want to see where William, oh, there's William Montgomery.
How about that, John? How about that?
That's you pranking John. How about that, John?
There we go.
Backstage, Tucker actually asked me if I could tell some jokes in Russian. But seriously, Tucker, my family has always worshipped you. It's awesome that you came down from heaven to do Kilto. Winona Judd is here. Winona Judd once performed during the Super Bowl halftime show. Meanwhile, Red Band was a ring girl for BattleBots. Fucking pussy! Biden recently had his State of the Union address and said better things about Ukraine than the United States, which actually makes sense because the United States doesn't have a video of Hunter Biden fucking a dog.
Yeah, Tucker, I love that.
Yeah. This makes me think... Okay, this makes me think that this Tucker thing maybe wasn't as planned, because why does William... I mean, as Tony has mentioned, it's so hard to come up with 1 minute of material a week. So how does he already have this ready to... I guess he's also last, so... Maybe.
Well, and does he normally show up? I mean, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah, he is a regular.
So, I mean, it's not that crazy.
I guess not, yeah. And like I said, he's going last, so it's like he could have changed his whole set in
when he's phased. Tony always looks like he's like being penetrated. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
He looks like Steve-O. They're like certain... I'll show you some like press photos of Steve-O where he looks like, this. I mean, that's Tony. Same exact fucking, I mean, they're twins.
Yeah. And a little bit of the llama from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in a time machine and meet the first alcoholic. At what point were they like, somebody take the keys to his horse? Last week, a Boeing whistleblower was found dead in his car prior to testify. Wait, did he work for Boeing or Hillary Clinton Airlines?
Oh, man.
Damn.
Okay, that's my time. Thank you.
The rambling pandering. And that's his thing. He likes to scream.
Well, if I start to go that bald, I'm going to go crazy, too. Like, there's only so many routes you can go, you know.
He's not only bald, he's redheaded too. That's way worse.
But you know who else was that way? Santa Claus, redhead.
That's right, he was. And he showed patience.
How does it feel to be here in front of Tucker, Joe, and Jim?
It really is a treat. Tucker, I genuinely have to ask you, did that one guy suck Obama's dick? Did that actually happen? Holy shit!
Who was that? They went, holy shit.
That was him.
Oh my God.
You remember that interview when he interviewed the guy who said he had sex with Obama?
Yeah.
Did he really? Oh, let's see what Tucker says.
Answer, and let me say I don't judge, but oh yeah.
Oh, hell no, Tucker. You ain't did that.
That's why my grandma hates your ass.
I've been wondering that, honestly. That's been something that
Joe didn't even see the interview, so he's extra surprised. Yeah. He has no idea what they're talking about.
He thinks that's the Chris Cuomo interview. He thinks Chris Cuomo sucked Obama's dick. Dude, you gotta look this up. It's fucking crazy. But Chris Cuomo, you know, Joe like mispronounces stuff like Tim on Cinema. Chris Cuomo, I believe, sucked Obama's dick. Jamie, can you pull that up? Liberal Jamie can't find it.
Cool, yeah.
Not kidding at all.
But,
Look at Joe. Oh.
Unbelievable. The question everyone wanted to ask.
I don't judge. I don't kiss and tell. That's what he says. I don't kiss and tell. Yeah. He's asking if he fucked Obama.
You should have brought him with you. It could have all got blown.
All right. God damn it, Jim. Joe.
I honestly didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I was just talking about the guy.
So William.
Was he was just trying to get Jim to say that joke that bombed again?
Oh, man.
Dude, that's awesome. That's funny.
Joe is so disgusting. Wait, what did Tucker do?
Let me see.
Didn't hear you.
No, go back.
This part?
Wait, do what?
Get him to sing the thing.
We'll all get blown.
Yeah, I want to see what Tucker's.
You should have brought him with you. It could have all got blown.
Wait, do what?
Okay, Joe had the
I
best.
honestly didn't hear you.
Oh, no.
I love that.
So William.
I know, and I get that. You know, I'm a soft-spoken guy like Jim. I can kind of relate, you know?
Well, I think he didn't say it soft-spoken. I think William was just trying to get him to say the
You
joke.
think so?
Yeah, just trying to get him to say it again, just because he's a little fucker.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll keep going on it.
Oh man, it has been a lot of the all brand buds. I got into a new video game called Contra, which has been a bunch of fun. It's been taking up a lot of my time, but I have been literally catching people, Tony. Tucker, I like to look out of my windows of the apartment where I live, and I find people doing wrong stuff out there. And Tony, literally, before I got here tonight, there's a homeless guy jumping the fucking fence into the property of the apartments. And Tony, I'm not necessarily proud of this, but I went down there with I recently got some big steel pans, and I swear to God, I went up to this fucking dude, Tony, and I hit him so hard in the fucking head. And he was literally just laying there, and then I got to get here, so I don't really know what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, Tucker, I have this really weird problem in Spokane. I got 2 of these homeless people there. There's too many of them, and I've been...
How many homeless have you killed?
Great question.
Well, I have been...
Great question.
At least I would say around 17 different, theoretically... Oh, that was a good one, right, man. What was that? What was that funny noise? I'm talking about murdering people, you dumbass. What was that? No, literally, Red Band, what was that? What does that stupid thing say that you're
It was
hitting?
called Com Bonk. Yeah, Com Kapow.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. And then I'm going to Tacoma this weekend, Tony. We'll see how it goes. They're adding a 3rd show on Saturday. Thank you, Tony.
I like how he's just alternating between one story, but it's Tony then Tucker. Like he just changes.
Yeah.
No, this guy is no, he's funny. I like him. He whenever we watched like when Whitney and Bert were on, at one point Bert was like laughing and he was just like, "It's not that fucking funny, man." And that's when Tony went from his fake Steve-O laugh to like a concerned like, "Whoa, hang on. I think he's going a little too crazy." But yeah, I mean, do we want to keep watching this or
I think we get the gist. I think that's...
Yeah, William Montgomery's funny. On Kill Tony. I get why they always close with him because he's a good funny man, I guess. So and that's why we closed with him too.
Yes, that is why we closed with him. He was a great closer for our show, and I think we covered a lot of ground today.
We did. We went into the film archives of nothing and made it into something. And we thought we were in a goon cave of our own because it echoed with the stuff we said yesterday, echoed to today because of the SD card not working.
Yeah, could you imagine we had to do this a 3rd time? Yeah, I mean, it would be really polished, though. It would be really good stuff.
No, it would. It'd be a good exercise.
So, well, I hope this one gets through to you people. Bye.
And yeah, like and subscribe and stuff. Help us in that algorithm battle.
Bye.